students, this is Junita Mukherjee from SS Public School. Here we in this particular chapter of electric charges and fields, we have here the next topic as electric field intensity at any point due to a short electric charge. So far we have gone through the electrical field intensity at a point in equatorial line and at a point of axial line. We have already been through. That is due to the electric dipole. Dipole moment, we know what is electric dipole, we know it very well. So now we will see that electrical field intensity due to a short electric dipole. Previously we have been through the dipoles itself. So short electric dipole is what? Let us see this one. So if K be any point on either side of the axial line neither on the axial line nor on the equatorial line, let P be the dipole moment of the short electric dipole and O be the midpoint of the dipole. Let the line OK makes an angle theta with P. Resolving P along OK and perpendicular to OK, we get P cos theta and P sin theta respectively. So here we have taken two charges plus Q and minus Q. Here this is P sin theta. This is the P cos theta value. This is the angle forming theta here, and here the angle is forming here again alpha. This is n. This is n here. This is the value of Ke here. Okay, electrical field intensity. So the electrical field at the point K. This is the point K here. Okay, at the point K, due to the electric dipole, we know it very well from the equation of Coulomb's law. That is also from the electrical field intensity of the dipole is 1/4 pi p 2p cos theta upon r cube. We know it very well from the axial line of the dipole moment. The dipole 3 cos theta. K is on the axial line, and then the electrical field at K due to the dipole moment p sin theta is given by E2 is equals to 1/4 pi p sin theta upon r square along the K, which is perpendicular to p cos theta here. Okay, so we are taking two values here. Now resultant field will be, what is the resultant electric field here? From the superposition principle, we can say that E square will be equal to E1 square plus E2 square will be equal to 1/4 pi epsilon 0 2p cos theta upon r cube the whole square from 1/4 pi epsilon 0 2p sin theta upon r cube the whole square here. We are taking these two terms together and we are taking common as 1/4 pi epsilon 0 p upon r cube, taking common out. This will be 4 cos square theta plus sin square theta to the power 1 by 2. So it will be equal to 1/4 pi epsilon 0 p upon r cube root over of 3 cos square theta plus 1. Okay, so here we have the root over of here as 1 by 2. Here we will have 3 cos square theta plus 1. Now if alpha is the angle between E and E1. Okay, where is E? This is E here. Okay, and we have here the angle E1 this particular thing is called E1 here. Okay, and E2 we have here at this particular point. This is E2. Okay, E1 and E2. Okay, so if we are taking the angle now in this particular sense we are taking that if alpha is the angle between E and E1, then the tan theta will be equal to E2 minus E1 tan theta obviously because sin and cos terms are there. Okay, so 1/4 pi epsilon 0 then into p sin theta upon r cube into 1/4 pi epsilon 0 r cube upon 2p sin cos theta. Then tan alpha is equals to 1 by 2 cos tan theta. Now special case, if we take case number 1, that is K lies on the axial line. If we are taking that K lies on the axial line itself, because we have taken here that if the dipole moment, if the K is on the dipole axial line and the dipole moment, we have taken these two values. Okay, for this. So suppose that if K lies on the axial line of a dipole, then theta will be equal to 0. Then E equal to 1/4 pi epsilon 0 p upon r cube root over of 3 cos square 0 degree plus 1. So 1 is equal to 1/4 pi epsilon 0 to p r cube will be equal to then theta is equal to tan 0 degree upon 2 that is equal to 0. That is alpha is equal to 0 and K lies on the equatorial line of the dipole, that is theta is equal to 90 degree itself here. So So it will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 p upon r cube root over of 3 cos square 90 degree plus 1. So it will be equal to p upon r cube. So 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube. Then will be tan theta tan alpha is equal to tan 90 degree by 2. Okay, will be equal to infinity and alpha will be equal to tan inverse infinity, that is alpha is equal to 90 degree. Now for electric field intensity at a point on an axis uniformly charged ring, we will have E equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 q r upon r square plus a square to the power 3 by 2 itself. So q is the total charge here, a is the radius of the ring itself, r is the distance of the point from point q from the center of the ring itself. Now this is the positive charge here, q, a and b are the points, and this is the c point, this is r square plus a square, this area is a, this is equals to r. Now this is equals to sin theta, this is equal to d cos theta, theta and theta opposite directions. Here x and this is d1 de, that is c dash itself. So in the case of a uniformly charged ring, we will get this particular electric field intensity as given by this particular process. Now dipole in a uniform external field. In this uniform external field, we will be able to see what is a torque acting over here. So let us continue with this particular topic, that is the torque given in this value. So let's students just continue with this dipole in a uniform external field. So here we are taking as a torque of an electric dipole in a uniform electric field. What we are taking over here is, consider an electric dipole of the two charges as we have already seen in Q1 and Q2, or plus Q and minus Q. We are taking the charges in the uniform external field. We are taking of an intensity itself. Energy length of the electric dipole is 2L. We know it very well, the distance between them, minus Q and plus Q charge. Dipole moment is P makes an angle theta with the direction of the electric field. Two forces, that is F and minus F and plus F, okay, equal in magnitude and opposite in direction, act on the dipole. So F mod F is equal to mod R minus mod F itself is equal to QE. Now we have here the torque acting on it. How the torque will act on it? The net force is 0. We know it very well. So if plus Q and minus Q, minus F and plus F is there, so naturally the force will be 0. Net force will be 0. So the two forces are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction and acts in a different direction. Therefore, they constitute a couple, and net torque acts on the dipole moment of an axis passing through the midpoint of the dipole. So tau will be equal either force into P into distance between distance BC between the pole. This is B and this is the C here. Okay, C is this particular point. Okay, so B, A, B and C. This is A, this is B, this is C. Okay, so perpendicular distance BC between the parallel forces will be given by QE into 2L sin theta. So Q into 2L, we know it is P, and E sin theta will be equal to E itself. So tau will be the torque acting on it. We have written here, this particular thing is what we call the tau, or which we can define as torque. Now in vector rotation, torque is equal to P into E. The SI unit of torque is Newton meter, and its dimensional formula is ml square T raised to minus 2. Case, we have cases for this particular thing. So we have a case here. First case is if theta is equal to 0 degree, then theta tau will be equal to 0 degree itself. Theta if it is 0 degree, tau will be 0, and d is the dipole moment is in the stable equilibrium. So dipole is in the stable equilibrium itself. Clear? Then we will have what happened? Theta is equal to 90 degree. We will have tau is equal to PE, that is tau for acting on dipole will be maximum. So the torque acting on our dipole will be maximum here if tau is equal to PE. Okay, this will be the maximum value and this is the lowest possible value, that is theta will be equal to 0. Or we go up below theta, that is minus value, that will be a different thing apart from this particular thing. So minus value is not possible. We are not taking the minus values here itself, because if we are taking a minus value, then the whole picture will be different apart from this particular angle. Now case 3, theta is equal to 180 degree, then tau is equal to 0, and dipole is in the unstable equilibrium itself. Dipole will be in the unstable equilibrium. Why? Because theta will be equal to 90 degree. 2 times the direction is being changed. 0 to 180 degree, it is being changed. Now, this particular thing, that is work done on a dipole in a uniform electric field itself. So, when an electric field is placed in a uniform electric field, electric dipole is placed in a uniform electric field, it experiences torque and tends to align itself in such a way that attains the stable equilibrium. So, a small amount of work done in rotating the dipole through a small angle theta against the torque is given by dW is equals to tau d theta, that is P sin theta d theta. So, total work done on rotating from theta 1 to theta 2 itself. Okay, work done in dipole in orientation theta 1 to theta 2 will be given by W is equals to theta 1 to theta 2 equal sin P E sin theta d theta will be equal to P E cos theta 1 minus theta 2. So, it will be equal to W is equals to P E cos theta 1 minus theta 2. Similarly, P, that is potential energy. Okay, for the potential energy of an electric dipole, then it rotates from theta 1 to theta 2. So, it will be given by U is equals to, as U is defined by particular potential energy, will be equal to W will be equal to PE will be equal to cos theta 1 to theta 2 itself, and if theta is equals to 90 degree from orientation, that is, if we are assuming that the dipole is initially oriented perpendicular to the direction of the electric field and brought into the orientation making an angle theta with the field, and the work done rotating in dipole from theta 1 90 degree to theta 2, that is theta degree, that is theta is equals to theta will be equal to PE 90 degree minus cos theta, that is minus PE cos theta will be equal to minus PE. Therefore, work is equals to work done, or work will be equal to W into E itself. Okay, so this particular work done will be given by W is equals to minus PE, just because of this particular value. We are taking this particular value as cos theta, cos 90 degree minus cos theta. So, we are taking a minus sign here from this particular value. Okay, and we got it cos theta. So, this will be equal to PE cos theta will be taken out, and E cos theta will be taken as E itself, and minus of E. This minus sign is being taken here. So, I think I have made you understand this dipole in a uniform electric external field and torque in an electric dipole in a uniform electric field, work done on a dipole in a uniform electric field itself. So, uniform electric field, we have learned here today about the electric dipole in a uniform electric field, and work done on a dipole itself in a uniform electric field. The next topic will be about the Gauss theorem in this electric energy, electric charge and field chapter. What is electric vector, electric flux, and what is being given as this proof of Gauss theorem from the spherical symmetry of the surface and application of some Gauss theorem. Will be continuing in the next video. So, if you have any comment, please comment in the comment section. Thank you, students.